some of the things that I think make Flash happy, he does not have a wide variety of different keepers. I personally have been with this sloth for an hour plus a day, just about every day in the last 3.5 years. But even so, we interact on the way that he wants to. He's perfectly happy to stand as close to me as this. He'll come down and he'll rub his face against me. He'll get nose to nose with me. He'll take his hands and run them through my hair like this. But this sloth has never climbed onto me. And you know, I would like it if he wanted to be held, but it's never seemed like what he wants to do. So to date, this sloth has never been held by a person. If we have to move him for some reason, he moves onto a different branch and 2 people carry the branch, because we genuinely do interact with our animals on their level.
After he's done eating, will they be able to see where he goes? What's his favorite food and where are we?
Yeah, sure. We can let you see where he goes here. He'll probably be done with his breakfast in the next 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll be happy to let you see his environment. And what he's going to do when he goes in is his belly's going to be full, so he is going to go up and he is going to either find a crook in a branch or go into his hammock, and he's going to take a nap for probably the next 4 hours. And then during the day he has free choice. His main diet is his spinach leaves. He has free choice on his food and water all throughout the day. And but this is his, he only does 2 encounters a day, 10 o'clock and 10:30, and that's it. And the rest of the time he hangs out. In the evenings, because we are, the camel condo is the lodging space that is just above us. That is a 2,300 square foot top end condominium. That one has granite counters and custom cabinets, and Flash's room comes up, so there's a picture window. So this is Flash's main enclosure. In the summertime, the door behind Kevin there is open, so he can pick between inside and outside. You might be interested to know that if it rains, he prefers to be outside in the rain than to be inside. And he does have access to go outside as long as the temperature is above 75 degrees. But in the wintertime, his humidity comes from the misting system that's in here. And right now, looks like he's on track to head up and just take a nap for a good long winter's nap. He probably will sleep for about the next 3 or 4 hours, and then he'll come down here, and his dishes where he has his food are on the wall right here, and he always has food to eat. If he doesn't come down for his encounter in the morning, it is okay. Just like today, he didn't come down. He suffers no repercussion. It is okay. If he doesn't feel like playing with us one day, that's fine.
Guys, see
But
the big,
now, go ahead.
do you see the big window?
So these are our 2 newest kangaroos. They have been on quarantine. They just reached their 14th day here. So we are about to make introductions between Tom and Jerry and Rosie and Josie. Tom and Jerry, Rosie and Josie will never be a breeding set. These 4 all share the same father. They have different mothers, but they all 4 have the same father. So they never are going to be a breeding set of kangaroos. Our breeder male is Rough, and Rough came from a different breeder than any of these kangaroos came from. And they're going to get to hop around with their older half-sisters. Guys, these 2 are shaggier than the other 2 are, because before we got them, they were with their mothers, obviously outside at the breeders. So their hair is a whole lot shaggier because they've been outside up until 2 weeks ago. Really 4 weeks ago, I guess, when they were bottle feeding with the breeder, they were indoors. But prior to that, they were outside exclusively. So Tom and Jerry, they all have seen the tortoises before, if y'all were wondering about that. And but they haven't all seen each other before. Hey guys.
Hey guys, we're gonna be doing another sloth encounter at 2, so just keep it on, and we're gonna roll right into seeing baby Zoe here.
So when we move into the sloth encounter, I will not be doing Q&A during the sloth encounter. So if you had any questions that you wanted to ask me, now's the time. During our encounters, it is about the people that are here for the encounter. We're happy for you to watch. And we would love it if you would hit the like and share button or the follow button. We are at like 98,500 people who are following us on TikTok right now. And we would love to hit 100,000 this week. TikTok right now. And we would love to hit 100,000 this weekend.
What do they eat?
The two littlest ones, Tom and Jerry, are eating 3 bottles a day. Bigger ones are eating 2 bottles a day. And the littlest ones will start in another week on first crumbles, which is the baby. The 2 older ones are eating Happy Hopper kangaroo food. And they will eat Timothy hay, but the hay has to come from a known clean source, because if a cat has ever gotten into the field where the hay comes from, that can kill your kangaroos.
So what are those hanging over your shoulder there, John? Is that your new purse?
Yeah. I have a whole bunch of these purses so I can match my ensemble. This one's probably a little better matched today. So the baby kangaroos will stay in pouches for as long as they can manage to fit in them. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Rosie and Josie here tried to jump into a pouch, because they're not so good at estimating their own size. But it simulates the pouch that they are in with their mothers. And so just like with their mothers, they do jump in head first, and they kind of do a little roll when they get into the pouches. But it's pretty cute when you see them go in head first. It doesn't look like it would work out. So these things are all geared up so that you put them at the right height, because you want the kangaroo to be able to jump into it but not bonk their head on the floor. Oh, he wants to go in right now.
Yeah, let's see if they'll go in.
All right, well, let's see what happens right there. There he goes. That's how a kangaroo goes into his bag. Let's see if Tom wants to go in. Tom, do you want to go in your bag, buddy? That was a little bit anticlimactic on the babies meeting their bigger half-sisters. But when you're introducing new animals, anticlimactic is exactly what you want. So you don't want them to be stressed out or chasing each other or biting at each other. And when you're introducing new animals, you know, small bites make for better digestion. So when he's thinking about it and you're wanting him to be in the bag, that one has a little bit of turd in there. Can you grab me another one out of the laundry room?
Yep.
Kevin? Maybe the red one is his favorite. Next room. That one's the people laundry. Next one's the animal laundry. Good boy. This bag is every kangaroo's favorite bag. It's just super cuddly, I suppose. Want to go in there, buddy? All right, there you go. That's how they like to go in their bags. And they had their bottles not long before we started this, so they're probably just going to take a nap now. We're getting ready for the next encounter. Hey, darling. All right, guys. This is a coati Monday. This is one of the very few animals on the farm that is a looking animal, not a petting animal. He likes shiny things, and they'll try to take them away from you. He also loves cell phones, and they'll try to take a cell phone away from you. So this guy is a coati Monday, which is basically a South American version of a raccoon. So what we call exotic animals in America, it doesn't necessarily mean endangered. It doesn't even mean rare. It just means not from here. So in Central and South America, these guys are just as common as raccoons are here. But they are cousins of raccoons. The tail tells you that. If you look at the other end of them, you see the long, sharp claws on this dude. The size of those claws, it looks about like a Wolverine. And he has huge teeth up there in his mouth. His mouth doesn't look like it would be big enough to house the teeth that he has, because he has a gap in his top jaw, and his bottom tooth comes up through his jaw, right to the skin at the top of his face there. These guys are arboreal creatures, meaning meant to live in the trees. So this guy, the long sharp claws on him make him an excellent tree climber. He can run up a tree or down a tree at approximately the same rate of speed, because he can just move it on out. If we leave that door open, the other kangaroos may just come back in. I guess I might have shut it. You just pull the doors back open. Just throw them wide open. Maybe our kangaroos will come back inside. That's good. So these guys, they can climb up a tree or down a tree at the same rate of speed, because their claws will go completely backwards. They love to live in the trees. This guy's very favorite thing to do in the summer is run up the trees in the petting farm, and he shakes the life out of the branches, and the leaves all rain down, and the goats run around and go, "It's raining food, it's raining food," and they all have a wonderful time at it. So this guy is an omnivore. He will eat anything. So when he is eating in the wild, long nose, long claws means he likes to dig into the ground. He likes to eat worms and bugs and grubs and any small mammal or any small lizard that he can get a hold of. And his basic policy is if I can get it in my mouth, it is food. There's nothing he's not willing to eat. His favorite things to eat in captivity, he likes hard-boiled eggs and grapes. He is a junk food junkie, but he doesn't have a car or a credit card, so he doesn't get the Circle K real often. And but he will eat anything that you're willing to feed him, pretty much. His favorite things to eat are hard-boiled eggs and boneless, skinless chicken breast, boiled, not fried. And this one, about the only thing he doesn't like is pizza. He's not a fan of pizza, but the other two are. And this guy's been here for about 4 years, and he was bottle raised in my living room. He lived in the house until he was 5 months old, but once he learned that he can run up walls like that just as fast as he can run across the floor, he took to running all the way to the top of the vaulted ceilings, and that got real old real quick. Here, buddy. Alright, so if I hold him, you guys can pet him to feel what he feels like. Just don't put your hands in his face. It feels about like a dog. Not terribly exciting. Oh yeah, they like small stuff. I don't know. I've never seen him chase anything big, but I mean, it makes sense that he would. Raccoons will go into a chicken house and kill them all just for the sheer joy of it, though. I'm going to show some littles. I'll go grab the other kangaroo. Coati mundi. In South America, they call him coati, which means the lonesome one. I'm sorry, in Mexico they call him coati. In Central and South America they call him coati mundi, which means nose in belt. It's an Indian word, and that's because they sleep curled up with their tail wrapped around the outside and they look like they have all sleep the same.
What was that noise? I have a sugar glider in my shirt. So this is one of our babies, and we have two. We'll grab the other one here in a second. You can just go ahead and pet him. When I go grab the other one, then we'll hold him when I can come back out here.
Oh my goodness.
So they blush.
Yeah.
They don't fly like a bird would.
Everyone in my family knows I want one.
Mm-hmm.
I want one so bad. That one is a wild. And they got to raise it for us. Hold on, sugar glider.
Sir, do you have slide? I just got him out back. You're good. No, I just got him. They're both in now. They're good.
Birthday girl. There you go. You guys like a sugar glider? Yes. Everybody gets a sugar glider.
Exactly. That's why I said that.
That's okay. He's hanging on your fall.
Oh my god.
Just don't let him run up.
You have next whenever they give it.
You get a nice sweater.
That's all good.
I'm trying to rub up my sleeve. No.
So the two little gray ones, those are the two babies. This one has more of a white tail, and that one's more all gray. But those are the two babies.
Look at you.
Yeah, this one's daddy. This is the older brother, and I think this one here is the maybe this is the
Don't let him up.
Go back in your pouch.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. What's up, baby?
I put them in the wash, and so they need their new ones. Yeah. So I just set them in there for a
I'm
second.
just kind of like so. Make sure it didn't fall.
1, 2, 3. We go. I got lots of other animals over here.
Hey guys, we're gonna have a lot more animals come out here soon for the farm tour. So it's gonna be pretty amazing what you're gonna be able to see when you do a farm tour here. So we usually bring out armadillos, birds, no, we don't bring out sloths, but kangaroos, camels. It's pretty awesome.
All right, guys, here's another animal. Yeah, this is Baku. His name is Bakugan because he closes up like those Bakugan toys into a ball. And then when he comes out, he just jumps out of his shell and comes out like that right there. And it's like, now you see him, now you don't. And he opens up, and when he closes up, his ears go whomp inside, and then when he opens up, his ears pop out like that, like elephant ears or something. And this guy is a Brazilian animal. He is not from America. This is not the kind of armadillo that you see dead on the road sometimes. And it is not the kind of armadillo that can carry leprosy. This guy is from Brazil. This guy is called a three-banded armadillo, and he actually is related to a sloth. So sloths, anteaters, and armadillos are a family of animals called zathorians, and the commonality between them is hinged in the spine, so they all can roll up like that guy. This is the only kind of armadillo that rolls up all the way. He doesn't want to roll up right now because he's seeing everybody. But he's the only one that can ball up completely like that. So that's his head and that's his tail. And then when you put him down, he just runs around. Yeah, close the door on the other end because he might run through it. So the hedgehogs here, the white one is an albino. Albino doesn't mean white, it means lacking pigmentation. So when it comes out and it's looking at you, you can see it has a little pink face, little pink feet, and it has red glowy eyes. And none of those things are actually red or pink. So you're actually seeing its red blood cells through its skin, and you're seeing its red blood cells behind its eyes. So its eyeballs are full of a clear viscous liquid. That's what makes them look shiny. Please be careful, don't drop that, or the hoodies don't drop it. And the black one is a llama. Her name is Llama Del Rey. The gray one is Tyler. He is an alpaca. His name is Tyler because he...
Hold it against your chest.
It's bottle time. That's what she's saying. Those two are the same. This next animal is off this type of animal in the world.
Try to pull it again. This is Mia. So if you guys want to stand like this, Mia. She's our chinchilla.
It looks like a guinea pig with a shirt on it. It's a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Are those actual turtles? What? Yeah, those are actual things. It's right there.
Little carrots. I sit with her on my lap and she eats carrots. Did everybody get a chance to see Baku?
We can fly whenever you want to, if you want to.
Tiki was very
Oh,
excited that.
okay.
No, they just have turtle shells around here for fun.
You want to touch him? Yeah.
For decoration.
Hey, I heard somebody say that they smell cats, right? So if you definitely, because basically cats and the litter box and all this stuff will kill kangaroos. So that's the reason that there's no cats here. So just whenever we hear that word, run.
I'm trying to get him lined up right so he doesn't feel like he's going to fall. His fingers stuck in my shirt. Yeah. All right, so this guy's Willie. Usually we pet Willie. I don't know if we're going to pet Willie today. Willie's a little panicky today. But Willie is an iguana. He's about 5 feet long. This is a senior citizen iguana. And if you're petting Willie, he's all rough and bumpy right here. Down here he feels more like sandpaper. Under here he feels more like a purse or a wallet or something, whatever. But this guy actually loves to be petted. When you pet him, he closes his eyes and puts his head back and goes, oh, that's just the way. Just don't ever stop petting me. But when I go to first pick him up, he feels like he's going to fall, and he claws all around. And those nails are wicked sharp. I have on more than one occasion had him go, whoa. And I'm like, ooh, that was close. And then I look a second later and I'm like, oh, that was not close. And so anyway, but once he gets calmed down, he's good to pet. You guys are welcome to come up and pet Willie if you want. You can tell by Willie's size, shape, and color that his natural habitat is trees. His brown legs blend in with the branches of the trees, and then his green back blends in with the leaves of the trees. So then after his natural camouflage, his size, shape, and color, he is a reptile. So then beyond his natural size, shape, and color, he's also got a disguise going on. So his disguise is if a predator has already seen him and is coming towards him, what he'll do is turn his face sideways and close his eyes, and then this big round thing right here is meant to look like an eyeball. Because if he actually had an eyeball that big, what would he be? What kind of animal like him would have an eyeball that big?
Alligator.
Yeah, if he really had eyeballs that big, he'd be an alligator. And there's not a whole lot in this world that wants to attack an alligator. So they'll try to be like, yo, I'm an alligator, leave me alone. Anybody else want to pet this guy before I put him back? Fortunately, you're not a Florida tree surgeon, so you don't have to deal with these guys. How much you have to deal with snakes in trees.
She's a bearded dragon, yeah.
I don't bail out.
So she's very fragile.
Yeah, which
So
it's the neatest thing because you don't ever see them. You don't expect that all of a sudden you put their
A llama fun? Is that what you said?
So these are our leopard geckos, and they're very squirmy, so I'm going to hold on to them, but you can very gently feel their tails, and I think they feel like gummy bears or like gummy worms. They're very squirmy, so I